welcome to Renew Your Business Blueprint. My name is Shantae Earl, the CEO of Lifting Dreams Institute, where we help entrepreneurs and small business owners renew, rebuild, and restore their dreams by helping them create products online for their ideal customers. Today, I want to share with you a presentation that's entitled To Renew Your Business Blueprint. I felt the need to create this presentation based on the job report that was just created here in the United States. The job unemployment report indicates that there's over 10 million people who are currently out of work. That's a very sad and staggering statistic on what has happened with the coronavirus that has literally changed many people's lives. And my goal is to see if there is a way that I can help maybe even just a few of those individuals possibly earn income for their families, create new ideas for their business, and serve them in a way that's more meaningful. I understand what it's like not being able to provide for your family. Back in 2008, I experienced the first recession with the financial crisis. I thought I had did everything right, put money away, and I found myself, once the bank stopped lending, it felt as if I was all alone standing on the roof of my house and just hoping that I could afford to continue to pay my overhead. As I started to slowly see my savings dwindle, I realized that it was just too much. And eventually I started to see my cars get foreclosed on and my home. And eventually I had to move into a 400 square foot with my mother-in-law, very humbled, but grateful at the same time. At that moment, though, I realized that I had to do something else. So I was seeing other people who seemed to be successful creating online businesses. And I had always had an interest in learning how to create an online income. So I began to do research, spend thousands of dollars learning, hiring coaches, never really having any much success in the process, but I was able to gain some very valuable knowledge. I learned a lot of lessons on what not to do. And here we are again today. I'm in a similar situation. The good thing was, though, back in that particular recession, I did have some success. And that success brought me to a place to where I was able to create a book. I was able to sell that book online and offline. I was also able to develop new speaking skills by working with some of the country's top motivational speakers and continuing to train and educate myself around the internet and gain new skills that will assist me to be able to generate income online. So today I want to just share with you just some of the things that I've been able to learn, and I hope that this presentation will open up your eyes and give you some hope on what's possible. When it comes to renewing your vision, you have to define a brand identity. Who are you? What do you love to learn? What do you excel at? What do you like to preach? And what have you made money from? As you renew your core brand message, that is the first step. Who are you? And what is it that you have to offer? The next thing is to rebuild your business structure and model, file, paperwork. You see, a lot of businesses, I realize, they don't necessarily have their business in order. And therefore, their business is on a shaky foundation. I quickly realized that when it was time for me to file income tax and to structure my company, I was lost in many cases. So by having your business structured properly, it can save you money, or it can even cost you money if you have the wrong structure. So you may want to study other models for inspiration and look at the people who are doing something similar to what you would like to do. The third thing, is this. We're going to help you restore your social media. In this presentation, we're going to talk a little bit about the restoration process. Many of us have not really put the proper attention into our social media, and now we are feeling the effects of it as business owners because the country has shifted to online education with the schools being closed, jobs, individuals working from home. Now we have to learn a new skill in order to keep up with the current technology and to be able to continue on with our employment in many cases. So restore your social media and create an online media presence is important as you start to think about your business. As we look at the renew, the rebuild, and the restoration factor of a business, as you renew your brand, you have to define your identity and your core brand message. What does that mean? Well, who are you and what is it that you like to do? You have to identify your core brand message. You don't want to copy what others are doing, but you can model after someone who's already been successful in what it is that you'd like to do. You also need to define your USP, your unique selling proposition. What separates you from your competitors? And then finally, you have to create a snap or an elevator pitch. Many of you may have elevator pitches that are outdated and now things are changed. Or since you're in the process of renewing your brand and creating a new one, now it's important for you to take the time to come up with a 60-second elevator pitch. For example, my elevator pitch is simple. My name is Shante Earl with Lifting Dreams Institute, where we help to renew, rebuild, and restore dreams by working with small businesses and entrepreneurs to help them create products and content for their ideal customers. It's less than 60 seconds. The next thing you want to look at in the rebuild process is the rebuilding of your business. Again, I discussed it briefly in the last slide. You want to make sure your legals are in order. Your DBA, or who are you doing business as? Determine your business structure. Is your business going to be a sole proprietor? Are you going to have a partnership? Or maybe you may decide on getting a corporation. And when you look at the corporations, there are several different corporations that you can look into actually creating. There's a C corporation, an S corporation, and then there's an LLC, limited liability corporation. Each of these corporations have different laws and different bylaws that you have to apply by. And depending on the state that you live in, these corporations can actually have a cost just to operate, even if you don't make any money for the first to 5 years of being in business. California, just to be able to run a corporation, there's an $895 yearly corporate tax that one must pay, regardless if you make money or if you don't. Also, you want to think about your business plan. The plan is so important. It doesn't have to be a fancy business plan, but you have to have some type of plan. It's been said that if you don't plan, then you plan to fail. So as you think about your business plan, think about what it is that you'd like to do within your business and how you plan to do it. And make sure that your business plan is something very easy for you to explain to others. Also, when you're thinking about rebuilding your business, you're going to have some type of federal tax ID number. That's important, especially when it's time for you to go and try to get funding for your company. You want to make sure that all your appropriate paperwork with all the necessary agencies like the IRS and the state have been filled out in the matter and the time allotted for you so that your business foundation is secure. Next, let's talk about the restoration. To restore new ways to deliver your service. Hey guys, being online, there's different ways that you can deliver your services or your product. You need to learn about all of the different ways to do it. You can learn to do a teleclass or teleseminar platform. You can learn about using the webinar format. There's even a way that you can learn to where you're able to build online form builders and different tools that can assist you in creating the actual product and service. There's also something about scheduling your clients or meetings. You need to learn about online schedulers and learn about audio storage sites, especially if you're going to be doing video and audio. And video right now is the number one way to promote yourself as well as a product. And if you decide to go offline with your business, you're going to have to locate a venue in many cases. So online teleclasses and webinars are vital when it comes to restoring and delivering your service. Let's get back into the renew and the rebuild and the restore. Let me ask you a quick question. Do you have a niche? Because if you don't, you're going to need to find one. You don't want to be a master at nothing. You don't want to be broad. Trust me, I learned my lesson from being broad, not having a niche, wanting to market to everyone. And because of that, I didn't make any money in my company. I spent a lot of cash and my company did not make any money because my marketing was too broad and I needed to have a niche. And there's only one secret to making money online and offline. And that's to have a niche and to be able to provide a solution to a burning problem for a starving audience. Think about it. Most companies that are very successful, they have at least one thing that they do extremely well. For example, McDonald's, their niche is the Big Mac, French fries, and a Coca-Cola. And that's what they sell. It doesn't mean that they can't sell other products and items, but what makes them the most is that one item. They have a niche. Many speakers out there, they have a niche. They speak on one topic instead of many. And a lot of us, we have a lot of good ideas and we can be very creative, but it's important to niche down your message, your ideas, and your product, because that in turn will assist you in getting a much better return on investment as you start to market that idea or product. The second thing is you want to manage your customers. So you'll have to learn how to use CRMs, which is a customer relationship management platforms. There are several that's out there. You can use MailChimp, Constant Contact, or even Aweber. I've have experience with each of those, and I've found that each one of those particular CRMs have some type of value that can be beneficial to a business owner as a startup or someone who is building their business for a while and they have a nice size database. But the thing about when you're dealing with those custom relationship management CRMs, there's a cost. So you need a budget. You need to be able to budget on how much you plan to spend or how much you'll need in order to run your company. So a good budget to start off with could be anywhere from $500 to $5,000 depending on what it is that you're looking to create. But know that you have to have something because there's some paperwork that has to be filed, and you're going to need to have a CRM to be able to track your customers and to be able to continue to stay in contact with them. Now, when you're thinking about rebuilding your business and restoring it means that you need to learn new skills. You're going to have to speak, train, and sell. Learn effective speaking skills. Many of you are good speakers, but for some reason you don't want to exercise your gift. Don't allow what has happened in the past where someone may have said something to discourage you, or maybe you may have experienced some type of defeat where you felt that you wasn't important because of that discouragement or disappointment that may have happened. But you have skills and you need to exercise it. And if you feel like speaking is just something that you can't do, well, there's programs out there and platforms that can assist you in learning new speaking skills. So make sure that you hire a coach or someone that can assist you. When I first started off speaking, I was very nervous. I remember those times where butterflies in my stomach was constantly moving around. I felt nauseated. And yet when it was time for me to speak, I had a problem because I didn't speak loud enough at times, or if I didn't speak loud enough, I spoke too loud where I was yelling. And people used to tell me, man, you got a big voice, you yell. And I said, I can't help it, I'm excited. And that's truth. But you need to learn effective speaking skills because as a business owner, you're going to have to speak to many people in order to get your point across. When you learn techniques effectively, you can also coach and train either one-to-many or one-to-one. And also, as you're learning, you'll need to learn selling and marketing strategies as well. Marketing is vital to any business. Without marketing and having leads and someone to sell to, you're not in business. You're going to continue to struggle and you won't have any results. So make sure that you learn proper marketing skills so that you won't starve during the lean times. And if you become a good marketer and a good salesperson, you will have success in your company and you'll see that things will continue to flourish. What we're talking about, guys, is renewing, rebuilding, and restoring your business. My name is Shante Earl with Lifting Dreams Institute. I hope this information has been helpful. As we begin to create our signature training and products, I want to just talk to you about a funnel. And these funnels have been around for a long time. This funnel here is designed in order to attract a client and then move them gradually through your sales process. For example, you can create a product such as a book, an ebook, and that would be considered a low tier product. Or you can also do an online course. And that would be something like a mid-tier product because that would look like a membership course where they can actually go on and pay you a monthly membership fee to be part to access the trainings that you've given them. And then as you're building your business, you can start seminars. And these seminars, you can charge anywhere from $4.99 to $29.99 depending on your audience and your niche. And as you move through the funnel, you can also create a coaching service where individuals will pay you anywhere from $130 all the way up to $30,000, depending on how good of a coach you are. And then finally, I've seen mastermind programs, and these mastermind programs could run anywhere from $15,000 to $100,000. But know this, these are all part of your business model. And as you're modeling your business, you have to decide which one of these products is going to be the most profitable for your business. But these are just ideas. So therefore, make sure that you write them down, look at where you want to start, and then we can start moving through that process together. Ladies and gentlemen, in business, it's all really about mindset, because there's going to be some tough times. And if your mind is strictly focusing on what's in it for me, you're not going to be in business for long. But if your mind is on what's in it for them, then you are going to be in business a very long time. Because people don't really care about what you can do for them until they can know how much you actually care for them. And people buy from people they like and trust. So as you're building up your customer base, make sure you create products that has a customer outcome only. What transformation are you going to promise your customer? This program that I'm sharing with you today, I'm hoping the transformation is going to open up your mind to new ideas while you're dealing with this temporary setback of the coronavirus, and hopefully give you an idea to where you can start and begin the process of creating your own online or offline business. So make sure, again, it's service mindset as you renew your business and your mind. And as you restore, you look at the type of business that you're doing. So take business serious and schedule block time to create. As you're creating your book or online course, you're going to need time in order to get that done. But take it very serious and then do what's necessary in order to get the product created. It's not about, as a matter of fact, one of my mentors once told me, he said that you don't make a decision when you don't get started when you make a decision. You get started when you make a decision. Something to that effect. The fact is, just get started, okay? Get started on time blocking so that this way you can actually get the work done. In many cases, when you're talking about time blocking, you may want to block 4-hour segments. Those 4 hours, you should be able to produce a lot of content within that timeline. And then next, you want to learn everything you can about being a speaker, a coach, and an online trainer. Make sure that you are putting in enough time in order to learn all you can. And then set goals. What do you want to accomplish this year? How many people do you want in your database? How many people are you looking to create for 2021 and 2022? What is your goal? It's up to you, but you can do it. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this presentation. My name is Shante Earl with Lifting Dreams Institute, and I have an offer for you today. If you want to know more about building businesses and creating products online, go to my website, liftingdreamsinstitute.com. Go ahead and browse through Lifting Dreams Institute. If you'd like to set up a free 30-minute online consultation, go to contact us and put your information in, and we'll set up a free business online consultation, and let's see how we may be able to work together. My goal, again, is to help you create new ideas and new products and content for your business and ideal customers. By following some of the skills and some of the things that I shared with you today, it will give you a roadmap on where to start. In conclusion, I'd like to go back to the slide number 1 as we talk about the renewing of your business blueprint. And remember, you want to renew your core brand message, rebuild your business structure and model and file necessary paperwork, restore your social media so that this way people can identify you and find you. You want to renew your brand, define and identify your core brand message, and come up with that elevator pitch. You want to rebuild your business by determining your business structure and make sure that all that necessary paperwork is done. It's so important. Legals, DBA, and plan. Next, restore your online business by creating courses, teleseminars, or webinars. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope this information has been helpful. If it has, make sure that you like and you share. Make sure you follow me also on Facebook at Lifting Dreams Institute. You can also follow me on Instagram at Lifting Dreams Institute. You can also follow me on my website at liftingdreamsinstitute.com, as well as Twitter at Lifting Dreams Institute. Thanks again for spending some time with me today as we discuss ways on how you can renew your business blueprint. Thank you again, and may you have a blessed and prosperous day. Bye now.